There's been strong criticism of the announcement by Israel that it plans to build 2,500 more settlement homes on Palestinian land in the occupied West Bank. The Israeli Defense Ministry says most of the new homes will be in existing settlement blocks, including Ariel and Givat Ze'ev. However, a government breakdown of the plan shows large portions of the new homes will be built outside existing blocks. The Defense Ministry says the move is a response to housing needs. With more, our correspondent in Jerusalem, Mark Lowen.
Well, this is the second time in the space of a week that the Israeli government has announced more building in settlements, 2,500 homes to be built in the occupied West Bank. And over the weekend, there was an announcement that over 560 new homes will be built in settlements in occupied East Jerusalem. Both of these announcements coming after the inauguration of Donald Trump. A feeling here that the Israeli government is feeling emboldened, even encouraged by the new administration in the US to build more in the settlements after the relationship between Israel and the US under Barack Obama plummeted, partly over the issue of settlement building. Mr. Obama was fiercely opposed to the settlements. He allowed a UN resolution to pass last month condemning Israeli building in the settlements. But Donald Trump, his son-in-law, and his pick for US ambassador to Israel have all donated to the settlements and clearly are going to take a much more pro-Israeli policy. But there is also a feeling that this is being done partly for domestic political consumption, because the Prime Minister here, Benjamin Netanyahu, is facing a big challenge at the moment from the far right. So he is trying to burnish his right-wing credentials by choosing an issue that will go down well with nationalists, i.e. settlement building. Now, the issue of settlements is so contentious because it violates international law according to the UN, and it is being built in areas that the Palestinians want for a future state that are going beyond Israel's borders according to the 1967 border demarcation.
Mark Lowen first there. The UN considers the settlements to be illegal under international law, and a spokesperson for the UN Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, released a statement. It says any unilateral decision that can be an obstacle to the two-state goal is of grave concern for the Secretary General. There's a need, it says, for the two parties to engage in a bona fide negotiation to reach the goal of two states, Israel and Palestine, two states for two people. Spokesman for the Palestinian president said the move would only promote terrorism and fuel extremism. Palestinian officials said the plans undermined any hope for peace.
We consider all settlements illegal and they have to be removed. There are clear international resolutions by the Security Council, and most recently the resolution which states the settlements are illegal with international consensus. This decision needs a stand from the international community, and we will never agree for this government to continue all its crimes and aggression towards the Palestinian people.
Donald Trump has indicated he and his new appointees will be more sympathetic to settlement construction than Barack Obama. The White House press secretary, though, wouldn't be drawn on whether Mr. Trump supports this latest expansion.
Israel continues to be a huge ally of the United States. He wants to grow closer with Israel to make sure that it gets the full respect that it deserves in the Middle East. And what he's going to do is, as I mentioned yesterday, we're going to have a meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu who will continue to discuss that.
Sean Spicer there again.